All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are cracking the code on what makes a truly great lesson. And hey, if you're getting ready for your CELTA, you're in the right place because this is the blueprint you're going to need to really succeed. So, let's do this. So, you're starting your CELTA course, huh? Get ready because well, it's intense. It's demanding for sure, but it's also so rewarding. You're going to be doing at least 6 hours of observed teaching, and yeah, it pretty much kicks off from day one. And look, with all that stuff being thrown at you, new info, tons of teaching practice, it's totally normal to feel a bit overwhelmed. But here's the secret, okay? There's a pattern to all of it, a structure. And once you see that structure, that's when you can manage the chaos and really start teaching with confidence. Okay, so first things first, let's get our heads around how you actually learn on a course like CELTA, because it's a really specific, hands-on kind of philosophy. You know, what I find so interesting here is this distinction. On one hand, yeah, you're going to watch your tutors and copy what they do. The source even calls it monkey see, monkey do. But, and this is the important part, the real goal isn't just to be a copycat. It's about understanding why they're doing what they're doing. Once you get that, you can start applying those ideas in your own way intelligently. Okay, so you're definitely going to hear this term thrown around, loop input. It sounds super technical, right? But honestly, it's a really cool and simple idea. All it means is that you learn how to teach something by experiencing it as a student first. And this is a perfect example of how it works in practice. So, picture this. Your tutor hands you an article about, say, teaching reading skills. You read it, you do some tasks based on it. Then, later, you turn around and use those exact same kinds of tasks with your students. Boom. You've just seen the lesson from both sides of the desk. That right there is loop input. So, remember that feeling of being overwhelmed we talked about? Well, here's the antidote. Every single good lesson, I don't care what the topic is, follows a clear, predictable blueprint. It brings order to the chaos. Let's dig in. I love this quote. It really gets to the heart of it all. Good lessons are not random. You're not just throwing a bunch of fun activities at your students and hoping something sticks. No, it's a journey. A carefully planned journey with clear phases that guide your students from A to B.
So, what is this blueprint, this secret formula? Well, it all boils down to one number: 6. There are 6 key phases that show up in pretty much every single effective lesson. Seriously, once you get these 6 phases down, you've basically cracked the code.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to deconstruct a lesson, break it down into these 6 key phases. Think of this as getting the keys to your brand new teacher toolkit. And here they are, the whole shebang. This right here is your roadmap for pretty much every lesson you'll ever plan. You've got setting up and focusing, then task setting, monitoring, feedback, something called framing and transition, and finally recapping and summarizing. Let's take a closer look at what each of these actually means. Okay, phase 1, setting up and focusing. This is all about the takeoff. Your mission here is to create a good vibe in the room, a pleasant atmosphere. You tell your students what the point of the lesson is, what they're going to be able to do by the end, and just get them tuned into the topic. Then we have phase 2, task setting. This happens over and over again in a lesson, right before any activity. And the name of the game here is clarity, absolute clarity. Your students need to know what to do, but just as importantly, why they're doing it. What's the goal? No confusion allowed. All right, so now your students are working. That means you're in phase 3, monitoring. And this isn't just about aimlessly walking around the classroom, okay? You're on a mission, a 2-part mission. First, you're checking in. Did they get it? Are they actually doing the task? And second, you're offering support. You're helping out, keeping them on track, nudging them in the right direction. Phase 4 is feedback, and it's so important to remember this is a two-way street. It's not just you talking at them. Of course, you're giving feedback to them on their work, but you're also getting feedback from them. Are they getting it? Do their answers show they understand? That feedback tells you if it's safe to move on to the next thing. Now for phase 5, framing and transition. I like to think of this as the glue of the lesson. It's super quick, but it's crucial. It's that little moment where you say, okay, everyone, pencils down. Great job with that. Now we're going to... It's just a clear signal that one thing is over and a new thing is about to begin. It keeps everyone on the same page. And last but not least, phase 6, recapping and summarizing. This is the grand finale. This is where you bring it all together. You help your students see the big picture, connect the dots, and really feel that sense of accomplishment. Look at what we did today. Look at what you learned. It's the perfect way to wrap things up. So there you have it. Those are the 6 phases. That's the blueprint. So what does this actually mean for you when you walk into that classroom on Monday morning? Let's talk about that. Honestly, understanding this blueprint, it's like getting a new superpower. From now on, when you watch other teachers, you'll see it. You'll be able to decode what they're doing. And even better, when it's your turn to plan, you're not starting from scratch. You have this solid, reliable framework to build on every single time. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory from a textbook. This is the real deal, practical architecture of good teaching. It's not a cage, it's not a rigid set of rules. It's a flexible, powerful tool. And it's yours now. So, as you head into your CELTA, and into your whole teaching career, really, there's just one question left. You have the blueprint, so what are you going to build with it?